When you draw a character, you usually run into one of two problems. Either they look stiff or they all over the place. And somehow I managed to get both at the same time. So let's fix that now. In the last video, we talked about why poses feel stiff. Today, I show you the fastest trick artists use to fix that before drawing anything else. I'm gonna show you those two problems your character poses usually fall into and how to fix them so every poses you draw feel more dynamic and you feel more confident drawing them. So, as I mentioned, there are two main problems. Let's reveal them one by one. First, beside that its proportions totally off, it feels stiff. When a character feels stiff, it's usually because the body has no single direction. It doesn't have flow. Every part points somewhere else. The arms bend at the elbows, the legs just kind of hang there, and nothing really connects. You can see it's trying to show happiness, but it could definitely be better. So the first problem is that it's not dynamic. There's no flow. So how do we get our character to flow? How do we make it feel dynamic? Let me show you. The typical approach is that we start fixing everything, the arm, the torso, the leg, basically fighting the drawing. We think we are saving time, but we're actually just creating new problems. So instead, let's do it the smart way and start from scratch. So before drawing the body, we draw one simple line that decides the movement. It should have a smooth, curvy line running through the whole body. Think about it like a ribbon in the wind. It has flow. It's dynamic. Basically, it's a curvy line which is flying in the air. That's what we want for our character to dynamism, flow, rhythm, no sharp breaks, just one light curvy line that carries the motion, something like this. So it finally has a clear direction. Let's call this the flow line because that's exactly what it does. It gives flow to the body. You've probably heard of the line of action. Some artists say it doesn't do the job on its own, so they don't recommend relying on it too much. But I still like the idea, so I just use it more intentionally, and once I draw it, I try to actually follow that curve. So when you build your pose, stay as close to the line as you can, don't straighten the body, keep flowing along it, and you'll get a much nicer dynamic pose. Later, when we flesh out our characters, I show you another technique to build your character the right way and how to use this line more effectively. So I like to call it the flow line, but if you prefer a line of action, that's totally fine. The point is, it shows the movement and energy of your character. But now that the body is flowing, what about the limbs? First, let's place the arms in a way that supports that flow. You don't have to force them onto this line, though. It's not a rope to tie your character to, that would be torture. But now that the body has a direction, the arms can help support that flow. So don't put sharp bends in them, think of them as smaller flow lines. And we solved the first problem. It's not stiff anymore, the pose finally has a direction of movement. Poor guy is not so poor anymore. Still, no legs, so he's not out of trouble yet. So let's give them back. There was a problem with their previous placement and we don't want to make the same mistake again. So what exactly is that problem? If you look at this, and even better try it yourself, try standing in this pose, you realize pretty quickly that it's impossible to hold. There are too much weight on one side of the body. You'll just fall over. Same with this character here. You just wouldn't be able to stay like that. Seriously, pause the video and try it if you don't believe me. To actually hold this pose, you'd need to push your hips back. Yeah, basically stick your bum out a bit to stay in balance. But your body will do it for you anyway. That's just how your body keeps you from falling face first. So when we look at these drawings, we can feel that something isn't quite right. So that's the second problem. There's no balance. Okay, now that we know that they need balance, where to put the legs in order to not fall over? So alongside the flow line, we need another line that helps us check whether the pose is balanced or not. This line is the gravity line and it makes the pose feel stable and physically possible. I could easily fill a whole episode with this line, but for now, what you need to know that this line runs through the body and it's always vertical to the ground. Why? Because gravity. And as we know, the gravity always pulls straight down, so you just can't fight it, so you have to work with it and try to place the character in a way that this line drops from somewhere around the center of the body, the center of the mass, down to the supporting foot. Even if the gravity line hits the support point, the character can still fall over if too much weight is on one side. For example, if the body is bent heavily and the arms hang toward the same side, it shifts the balance and the pose becomes unstable. So the gravity line is important, but you also need to pay attention to how the weight is distributed along the body. Then what to do? We need to support this line with his right leg, so let's pull this leg here. Much better, right? But if we want it to look even more believable, we can move this leg a bit closer, and now it looks even stronger. Now you can really feel that his whole body weight is resting on this leg, while the other just helps support the pose. With our other character, it's the same thing. If we put the gravity line at the support point, the feet, you can see that there's too much weight on one side of the line again. Or if we put the gravity line at the center of the body and drop it down, there's nothing there to support it. So we fix this by bringing the feet, the support points, forward, and now everything lines up and the character is back in balance. So we've solved the second problem. The pose now has balance. It feels more believable and it no longer looks like the character is about to fall over any second. Okay, but what if the character just tripped and it's about to fall anyway? Even then, I try to keep the body flowing because once they start falling, it should look nice and dynamic. You know, at least pretty while it lasts. So, the gravity line is still there, but it can't really do its job. This character is about to topple. But that's fine, because standing poses and moving poses use the gravity line differently. A pose is stable when the gravity line starts at the body mass and falls onto whatever is supporting the body, foot, hand, or bottom when you sit. But when the body is in motion, the gravity line doesn't tilt or follow the motion because it's still the gravity line and always stays vertical. What changes is how the body relates to that line. In dynamic poses like running, jumping, or lunging, the gravity line often falls outside the base of support, the feet or contact points. So they are either moving or about to fall. So instead of showing balance, the gravity line now shows imbalance, which tells us the character is about to move, fall, or needs another point of support. And that's really it. Now we've got a stiff but happy guy, a happy, more fluid, and a balanced one, and a character who's about to fall head first. We gave the body flow with the flow line, brought back balance with the gravity line, and so what happens when gravity wins anyway? Alright, your turn, go break some poses. And if you mess up like I did, post it in the group I love with you and we'll fix it together. Links in the description. So now that we've got a dynamic balanced pose, there's still one thing missing. How do you actually build the body on top of it? So click on the next video if you want to see how we start building it step by step, starting with the upper body, so your characters finally start to feel solid. And as I keep learning, testing, and figuring things out, I keep sharing what works. So this is just the beginning of a whole series on building character bodies. Yeah, we are not done anytime soon. So see you in the next one.